It was weird, but we were there just for a good time. And the whole time we're like, yeah, we're totally out of place.
Are you the one who Rex Ryan was hitting on your wife, wanted her feet?
Yes. Hey, I'm gonna call you guys with Fantasy Fest stories for the next month. I got so many.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Like where I grew up, I went to all black clubs all the time.
Yeah.
So like that I kind of get, or going to a gay clubs you don't mind, but like
Fantasy Fest, there's an
Fest,
expectation.
Like there's an expectation.
Right.
Thank you, expectation.
Yeah.
So it's like, well,
I mean, the gay bar, you're at a bar. People there might be gay. They also might not be, but everyone agrees, like, I want to have drinks, right? If you go to a black club, it's not a black club. It is a club that black people go to, right? So you go like, all right, Fantasy Fest, man. They're like, dude, listen, everybody here is looking to do that thing. That's why Rex Ryan was there.
And even if it wasn't Fantasy Fest, it's still Key West. And you should have that expectation that you are going to be proposition.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, if you go to Key West, just understand what you're walking into, right?
Yeah. It's lawless.
Right, kind of the same token, like you making that joke about the Klan rally. Like I've been to a lot of places when I lived in Peach County, where I was the solo white guy.
Sure.
But I didn't go to like Black Panther meetings.
Right, there's a limit to what it is you're going to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Or like, who's the guys on the street that are always yelling at you?
Oh, the Nation of Islam.
Yeah, like, right, or the Lost Tribe, right, the Lost Tribe,
Yeah.
like those guys. Like, I'm not going to go to their place. They hate me.
They do hate you, and they're very clear about it. And I've been the only black dude in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Right? You go to a rock out, like, that's what it is. But again, to your point, probably not the Klan rally.
Right.
Probably.
There's certain, right.
Probably.
Right, like in England, right? Like you can't go to certain stadiums and sit in their home section if you're wearing another team's colors. Like it's just not allowed.
You can.
All right.
Turn Daily, Steve Mix from the Daily Mix Morning Show coming up. We'll sit and spin. We've got 10 soundtracks with the most top 10 hits. And your emails on the way next from the men's room at KISW.com.
From coast to coast, and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, how does cell phone usage lead to back pain? Doctors have a hunch. But first, we start with potentially terrifying news from NASA and the European Space Agency. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, man. My dad, man, when I was a kid, he'd always say, European, when I'd use the bathroom. You know, because I was peeing.
I fully understand the context of the joke, Felix, but this is not the time for that. This is serious news.
Yeah, my bad, man.
As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, potentially terrifying news from NASA and the European Space... NASA and other space agencies are confirming that a giant asteroid is possibly headed towards Earth. Based on its current trajectory, experts are warning that it has up to a 45% chance of colliding with Earth. The mass of the asteroid suggests that this could be an extinction-level event.
What are they so worried about, man?
As I stated, Felix, the mass of the asteroid could be extinction level. It's estimated to be 6 times larger than the asteroid that killed dinosaurs.
Okay, so what's the plan?
The plan?
Yeah, man, what's the plan?
Every nation in the world is working to come up with a solution. We're facing extinction.
You keep saying that, Playboy.
I can't emphasize enough the peril the human race is potentially facing. I know that the world's nuclear powers are convening to possibly coordinate a multifaceted launch of nuclear weapons to attempt to readjust the asteroid's orbit.
Nuclear weapons? Man, why wouldn't they just send rockets for the Preparation H?
Preparation H for a giant asteroid? What are you talking about?
My dad, man. When I was younger, my dad used to get asteroids. Now, we finally started using Preparation H. Asteroids didn't go away, but they did shrink to the point that they were manageable.
I'm talking about an asteroid, not a hemorrhoid.
I know my dad's asteroids were hemorrhoids. He's a man. He got hemorrhoids. My mom got her roids.
What?
Anybody can get asteroids, Playboy. Men get hemorrhoids, women get her roids. But asteroids is asteroids.
My heavenly father.
That's why we should send rockets for the Preparation H, man. They'll shrink the asteroid down to a manageable size.
My father used to have asteroids, too. But my father was obese, or as my mother used to call him, meaty. He had meteoroids.
No. He had hemorrhoids.
Well, sure, because he's a man, and men get hemorrhoids.
Okay, that's what I've been trying to tell him, Bonnie, but he won't listen.
I am listening, even though I shouldn't be. This asteroid, the one that has a 45% chance of ending all life on Earth, is a giant rock. If it smashes into a planet, there's not enough Preparation H on Earth to help us.
What about Anusol?
What?
Proctazone HC, my dad says that stuff worked pretty well too, man.
Did he ever get a hydrocortisone topical?
Guys, this asteroid is a clear and present danger to all life. No amount of Preparation H, Anusol, hydrocortisone topical is going to help humanity.
Epsom salts?
No!
Okay, Stone, if you're so smart, what would you do?
The nuclear option!
See, Stone, you sound like you have roid rage, man.
So-called roid rage is based on steroids, Felix.
Yeah, you get steroids when you walk up and down the stairs too much.
Cheese and rice, that is not what steroids are. This conversation went on for the next 25 minutes. 25 very long minutes. The good news is that the life-ending asteroid missed the Earth. Although, truth be told, I was kind of hoping that it would hit the planet and put me out of my conversational misery. Anyway, we'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight at 11, a guitarist was kicked out of his punk band after learning a 4th chord. But first, making headlines today, a local yoga instructor is being hailed as a hero. With no previous medical training, she delivered a stranger's baby in a convenience store parking lot.
Yeah, no thank you, man. I'd walk away from that situation real quick.
Really? Felix, you wouldn't help a woman deliver a baby? To be called upon to help safely usher in a new and precious life into the world is a special, special thing.
Wait, what are you talking about, man?
Delivering a baby, like the heroic yoga instructor did earlier today.
Oh, no, man. I can imagine doing yoga. I've delivered a baby, man.
You have delivered a baby.
3 babies, man. It was crazy.
You've delivered 3 babies.
Yeah, but I've never done yoga, man. That stuff don't make no sense.
Let's circle back to the baby delivery thing.
Okay, what's up?
You have delivered 3 babies.
Yes, Stone, I've delivered 3 babies. 1 woman, but she had triplets. It was crazy, man.
Where did this all happen?
Okay, I was in the ladies' room at a Chuck E. Cheese after hours, and that's when the opportunity arose that I might possibly be able to do something.
Why were you in the women's room at a closed Chuck E. Cheese?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Stone.
I didn't realize how little I wanted to know the answer until I'd already asked the question, Felix.
Yeah, so I was in the ladies' room at the Chuck E. Cheese after hours when this pregnant lady comes running in talking about her water broke. And she was like, I'm about to have a baby.
And what did you do?
I went into the Chuck E. Cheese kitchen, brought the water to a boil, sterilized some rags. Now, when the cervix dilated to 10 centimeters, or about 4 inches, I told her to push.
I'm astounded that you actually know this much.
Well, yeah, man. Anyway, I was like, girl, push. And she was all like, and then I was like, girl, push. And then she was all like, yeah.
Okay,
and I was like,
okay, Felix, I think we've got it.
Okay, well, then the baby's head popped out, and then the baby started crying and carrying on, and the lady was all teary-eyed saying, look at my beautiful baby. And I was like, lady, you got an ugly-ass monkey baby.
Felix, why would you say that to her?
I thought she should know that her baby looked like an ugly-ass little monkey. She didn't care, though. She just hugged that ugly thing.
You said she had triplets.
Yeah, man. We had to go through that 2 more times. Her all, and me just saying, girl, push. But the baby was healthy and ugly.
Well, Felix, I have to admit, I'm impressed by your heroics. I did not know you had it in you. Great work.
Thank you. Delivering ugly-ass little monkey babies is more.
Sit and spin on the way, the 10 soundtracks with the most top 10 hits, but first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
And a couple from our question, what do you do that you know is different, or what did you not know was different until someone pointed it out? Guys, I had a boyfriend who would clean the shower when he was in there. I thought it was weird. I do
I've
that.
done it, yeah.
You're in there. Like when you clean the shower, you're going to get wet if you're one way or another.
Look, I would rather do it when I'm in there than be fully clothed, not be in there, and have to do it.
Okay.
Right?
I have a plant in my bedroom.
All right.
I often forget to water it because it's just upstairs. And all
Somebody
my
put
plants
it in the shower.
Yes.
You're supposed to use cold water, man.
I just get in the shower with the plant. I used to do that with my dog.
I'm lonely.
Like if the dog needed a bath, I would not bathe the dog separately.
Would you put on any type of... Or would you just be in there
covering
naked?
your junk?
Yeah, no, I'm nude. Yeah, I'm nude.
See, my buddy does it, but at least he puts on like a bathing suit or underwear.
I just feel more comfortable. And look, I'm sure nothing weird's going on, but I'm not 100%.
I don't have
sure.
a big dog either. They're little beagles. So for the most
That
part,
one beagle you had would have bit.
I know,
he's pretty
dude.
big,
I would
yeah.
never have anything dangling in front of that dog, man.
but they like the water, so they really didn't have a problem getting in there. As a matter of fact, oftentimes I would just get in the shower and I would come out and they're standing there.
Right.
And I'm like, you don't need a bath, but dude, get in if you want to.
If you want to.
I had the dog shampoo in there. Just shampooed the dog up real quick.
You ever use the dog shampoo in the pinch?
The only problem I had was that I never really was prepared for another towel, so I have a dog towel.
Right.
So the time after I got done drying myself off, then I'd dry my dog off with my towel, then I'd throw the towel in the washing machine.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Did you ever use the dog shampoo?
No.
Ever? Like in
no,
a pinch?
No.
It's like, crap.
That was always flea and tick. Which it's
Well, you wouldn't
ridiculous
have flea or ticks.
because they don't have fleas or ticks. So
What, the dogs?
No.
Because of the shampoo.
well,
Yeah, it's working.
Most likely, you're the one who
all
has
right,
fleas
all
and
right.
ticks. I'm just saying,
So you're
maybe
saying
everyone,
if I use dandruff shampoo right now, I'll never probably have dandruff.
ever again.
Yeah. See, I always use that stuff like when I have the dandruff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought the point of the dandruff shampoo was like you use it because you have dandruff. That's why you're aware to buy it. But then after that, like it stays on top of things so you don't like it doesn't come back.
Well,
That was
in
the
theory.
idea.
Because it doesn't,
in
like,
theory, but it
it
doesn't
doesn't-
always work that
Well,
way.
I'm sure it doesn't always work, but doesn't any shampoo essentially wash away the dandruff that you currently have?
No.
Well, in theory, if you're scrubbing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
With that, all that said, I agree with the cleaning the shower while you're in there, though.
It's convenient.
it's just easier.
But it does get a little
slippery.
Well, I use those scrubbing bubbles, and they specifically say don't be in there when you're using them.
Oh,
Just don't use the stuff that has a lot of the bleach in it.
yeah.
no.
Because, man, you'll get in there, it's like the ammonia starts hitting you with the hot water. Like,
Right.
"Oh, I'm going to pass out.
Exactly. Damn
How did
bubbles.
he die? Trying to be clean.
Guys, I think it's perfectly normal, but I've been told that what I do with macaroni and cheese is weird. I like
Oh,
to put,
tell us what you do there,
Put it in my
fella.
underwear and
I
shake
like,
my butt.
I like ketchup on it. And I know.
That's not that
that's
weird.
not that weird.
I mean, I think if you got real mac and cheese made by a restaurant or somebody,
Oh, they would
I'd
kick
judge
you
you.
out.
But like, if you're just making Kraft mac and cheese at home,
Yeah.
put ketchup in there, dude.
Since I was a teenager, I've always brushed my teeth in the shower. I'm 52 now. And one more. When I eat, I have to eat one thing at a time. For example, if I have a steak, a baked potato, and a vegetable, I eat the vegetable, then the potato, then the steak.
I don't do that unless I believe these foods don't mix. So, like I said, you'd see like fast food commercials, and someone always take a bite of the burger, and as they're chewing, take a sip of the Coca-Cola or whatever. I did that once when I was a kid because I saw everyone do it. That is so disgusting in my mouth that I will finish chewing my food unless it's water before any liquid enters my
Here's
mouth.
a weird one. If I'm doing, like, let's say a meat, a vegetable, or a noodle, and a salad, all right? I will take the salad to the table first and eat the salad.
That's fair though.
And then I will go and make my plate.
But that's kind of how they do it at a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
If you order a
It's- yeah,
salad,
yeah.
unless you say you want it as an entree, they're going to give you that first. And I agree
Yeah.
with that.
It's like in the morning, if I'm eating like a bowl of fruit with like eggs or whatever, I'll generally just eat the fruit to kind of get it out of the way and then enjoy the eggs and the sausage.
Exactly. Right. Time for a couple of birthdays here, brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Here we go, guys. Old gentlemen, today is my daughter Stella's birthday. Wanted to show her some love on her 11th trip around the sun. Happy birthday there, Stell. Can she get a click-clack from Ted, a drinkity-drunk from Thrill, some nasty fart noises from Mike, and some dad jokes from Miles? Thanks, guys. You rock.
Click clack.
Drinkity drive! That is deep, man.
I had to pull up some jokes appropriate for an 11-year-old.
The elephant had a mocha earlier today.
Yes, that was me earlier.
Hope you like the Stella being 11 years old. These are jokes for an 11-year-old. What do you call a group of giraffes in the middle of a street? What do you call a group of giraffes in the middle of a street?
A giraffic jam?
You got it.
Oh, the mind of an 11-year-old. All
right. Why does a moon rock taste better than an earth rock?
Because it's a little meaty.
That is exactly right, Mike.
I hate that. That made me laugh.
How much, Ted, do rainbows weigh?
How much do rainbows weigh?
Not much. They're pretty light. I got more for our 11-year-old Stella there. This is a good one. How do pilots like their sandwiches? How do pilots like their sandwiches?
Plain.
Plain.
All right.
How did the crab cross the road, Ted? How did the crab cross the road?
You're getting the tough ones, bro.
Shellfishly?
They use that sidewalk.
Okay, the sidewalk.
how
I dig it.
crabs
Yeah, I got
Sidewalk,
it.
sidewalk.
Hey, he's got that little flipper.
Yeah, exactly. And Stella, maybe you'll get this one. Why don't vampires like Taylor Swift? Why don't vampires like Taylor Swift?
I don't know.
She has bad blood.
Even I got that one.
11-year-olds, they're into Taylor Swift, right? Oh, yeah. Guys, happiest of birthdays to my brother Patrick, pronounced Howard, on his 59th trip around the Big Yellow Ball. Could he please have a cut that bitch off, some screaming goats, and shotgun gets? Lots of love from your sissy Lori, pronounced Irene.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Closest we get, I guess.
Get.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
One more additional email. The title is Grapes at the Store. Ola Bicholas, I've been listening since 2010. Love the show. That say, y'all need to stop ragging on my man Miles. Every single time it's brought up about stealing a grape is ridiculous.
It's called stealing.
As someone with too many years retail experience, I want to come to the defense of this guy. One grape at the store is not an issue. In fact, as a produce clerk, I am pushed to offer customers to try a grape before you commit to buying the entire bag.
Are they pushing you to try one, Miles?
No. You can also try a blueberry or even a strawberry before purchase. You see, produce doesn't have a calculated formula to always ensure freshness or taste. That's why we offer the opportunity, within reason, of course, just trying to be a good customer service environment. All of that said, if you come into the store and start browsing my produce department with your own pocket knife, cutting off a third half inch of each apple, every different flavor of pear, all of my various citrus fruit, sample half my product, then put it back on display, juicy side down so no one knows, and then pull out your little hanky to clean off your knife before moving on to my tomatoes to continue more of the same business.
It's very specific.
I was going to say, that is
Very
very
specific. One item, F you. You're an ass and you're cheap. You know who you are. You know.
Yeah, I'll just crack open this, package of socks so I can try them on. Real quick,
You know
see
what?
if
I
like
emailed the guy back and I said, "Look, I hear you, but you know those guys that stole the painting from the Louvre? They started with stealing grapes.
Yep.
Saying it's the gateway. It's the gateway thing, man.
Love the show, guys, and congrats on 20 awesome years. That from the Men's Room official produce clerk.
Yes.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, how does cell phone usage lead to back pain? Doctors have a hunch. But first, we start with potentially terrifying news from NASA and the European Space Agency. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, man. My dad, man, when I was a kid, he'd always say, European, when I'd use the bathroom. You know, because I was peeing.
I fully understand the context of the joke, Felix, but this is not the time for that. This is serious news.
Yeah, my bad, man.
As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, potentially terrifying news from NASA and the European Space... NASA and other space agencies are confirming that a giant asteroid is possibly headed towards Earth. Based on its current trajectory, experts are warning that it has up to a 45% chance of colliding with Earth. The mass of the asteroid suggests that this could be an extinction-level event.
What are they so worried about, man?
As I stated, Felix, the mass of the asteroid could be extinction level. It's estimated to be 6 times larger than the asteroid that killed dinosaurs.
Okay, so what's the plan?
The plan?
Yeah, man, what's the plan?
Every nation in the world is working to come up with a solution. We're facing extinction.
You keep saying that, Playboy.
I can't emphasize enough the peril the human race is potentially facing. I know that the world's nuclear powers are convening to possibly coordinate a multifaceted launch of nuclear weapons to attempt to readjust the asteroid's orbit.
Nuclear weapons? Man, why wouldn't they just send rockets for the Preparation H?
Preparation H for a giant asteroid? What are you talking about?
My dad, man. When I was younger, my dad used to get asteroids. Now, we finally started using Preparation H. Asteroids didn't go away, but they did shrink to the point that they were manageable.
I'm talking about an asteroid, not a hemorrhoid.
I know my dad's asteroids were hemorrhoids. He's a man. He got hemorrhoids. My mom got her roids.
What?
Anybody can get asteroids, Playboy. Men get hemorrhoids, women get herroids. But asteroids is asteroids.
My heavenly father.
That's why we should send rockets for the Preparation H, man. They'll shrink the asteroid down to a manageable size.
My father used to have asteroids too, but my father was obese, whereas my mother used to call him meaty. He had meteoroids.
No, he had hemorrhoids.
Well, sure, because he's a man, and men get hemorrhoids.
Okay, that's what I've been trying to tell him, Bonnie, but he won't listen.
I am listening, even though I shouldn't be. This asteroid, the one that has a 45% chance of ending all life on Earth, is a giant rock. If it smashes into a planet, there's not enough Preparation H on Earth to help us.
What about Anusol?
What?
Proctazone HC. My dad says that stuff worked pretty well too, man.
Did he ever get a hydrocortisone topical?
Guys, this asteroid is a clear and present danger to all life. No amount of Preparation H, Anusol, hydrocortisone topical is going to help humanity.
Epsom salts?
No!
Okay, Stone, if you're so smart, what would you do?
The nuclear option!
See, Stone, you sound like you have roid rage, man.
So-called roid rage is based on steroids, Felix.
Yeah, you get steroids when you walk up and down the stairs too much.
Cheese and rice, that is not what steroids are. This conversation went on for the next 25 minutes. 25 very long minutes. The good news is that the life-ending asteroid missed the Earth. Although, truth be told, I was kind of hoping that it would hit the planet and put me out of my conversational misery. Anyway, we'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight at 11, a guitarist was kicked out of his punk band after learning a 4th chord. But first, making headlines today, a local yoga instructor is being hailed as a hero. With no previous medical training, she delivered a stranger's baby in a convenience store parking lot.
Yeah, no thank you, man. I'd walk away from that situation real quick.
Really? Felix, you wouldn't help a woman deliver a baby. To be called upon to help safely usher in a new and precious life into the world is a special, special thing.
Wait, what are you talking about, man?
Delivering a baby, like the heroic yoga instructor did earlier today.
Oh, no, man. I can imagine doing yoga. I've delivered a baby, man.
You have delivered a baby.
3 babies, man. It was crazy.
You've delivered 3 babies.
Yeah, but I've never done yoga, man. That stuff don't make no sense.
Let's circle back to the baby delivery thing.
Okay, what's up?
You have delivered 3 babies.
Yes, Stone, I've delivered 3 babies. 1 woman, but she had triplets. It was crazy, man.
Where did this all happen?
Okay, I was in the ladies' room at a Chuck E. Cheese after hours, and that's when the opportunity arose that I might possibly be able to do something.
Why were you in the women's room at a closed Chuck E. Cheese?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Stone.
I didn't realize how little I wanted to know the answer until I'd already asked the question, Felix.
Yeah, so I was in the ladies' room at the Chuck E. Cheese after hours when this pregnant lady comes running in talking about her water broke. And she was like, I'm about to have a baby.
And what did you do?
I went into the Chuck E. Cheese kitchen, brought the water to a boil, sterilized some rags. Now, when the cervix dilated to 10 centimeters, or about 4 inches, I told her to push.
I'm astounded that you actually know this much.
Well, yeah, man. Anyway, I was like, girl, push. And she was all like, and then I was like, girl, push. And then she was all like, yeah.
Okay,
and I was like,
okay, Felix, I think we got it.
Okay, well, then the baby's head popped out, and then the baby started crying and carrying on, and the lady was all teary-eyed saying, look at my beautiful baby. And I was like, lady, you got an ugly-ass monkey baby.
Felix, why would you say that to her?
I thought she should know that her baby looked like an ugly-ass little monkey. She didn't care, though. She just hugged that ugly thing.
You said she had triplets.
Yeah, man. We had to go through that 2 more times. Her all, and me just saying, girl, push. But the baby was healthy and ugly.
Well, Felix, I have to admit, I'm impressed by your heroics. I did not know you had it in you. Great work.
Thank you. Delivering ugly-ass little monkey babies was more noble than my original plans in the Chuck E. Cheese bathroom.
Andrea and Olympia says, I used to work at that Chuck E. Cheese. I finally know what I had to clean off the floor that morning.
Yeah, Andrea, probably all umbilical cords and blood. Just be glad I took the placenta.
Why did you take the placenta?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Stone.
Celebrity birthdays coming up.
It's been 5 years and 1,000 shows. Now the men's room welcomes all of you to the official after party. But before we kick this bitch off, let's take a look back at the first 1,000 shows. 99.9 Rock KISW. Miles Montgomery, V. Ted Smith, Steve the Thrill Hill, V. Ted Smith, Ben the Psycho Muppet. Afternoons on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
The winner is... Are you kidding me? I won the whole damn thing, baby! Woo! Stop it! Rock and roll.
Good morning. It's Ben the Psycho Muppet and Miles Montgomery from the Men's Room. We're filling in. It's Ted's Excellent Adventure number 3. Only there's no Ted.
Yeah, we got to go find him, I guess. So we're going to do one of those things. So it's an excellent adventure to find Ted for his excellent adventure.
All right, we're on our way to Seafair here, and still no sign of Ted.
Well, he's not going to show up while we're in the limo.
That's a good point.
But I think if we crack some Miller Lights, he'll hear like the beck and call. It'll be like Ted's mating call. And he'll go, Miller Light. It'll be like the bat signal. First I was excited about the limo. Then I was excited about the Miller Light. Now, golf carts. My day is made. Tassels in my face.
We love drinking. We got our own goddamn beer, so thank you. This is going to be an awesome night. Just like Ron Jeremy or Peter North. We're going to have a good time tonight, and drinks a lot of Men's Room Original Ale. We do have some of the t-shirts.
Thanks for everyone who helped out. Rock the crate.
Your dreams alone. White Holiday Hangover Ball. Fits remind you to drink responsibly.
Yup. I don't even know how I'm gonna get home.
The Rock of Seattle. The Throwdown in T-Town.
Here are your results.
Starting with the thumb wrestling deathmatch. The digit-crushing warrior is Steve the Thrill Hill from the Men's Room. Jolene's Colossal Cockfight. Your sumo hero is Mono Nick from the BJ Shea Morning Experience. Finally, your main event champion, Double R from the BJ Shea Morning Experience. 99.9.
Dance, bacon, dance.
Yeah. You gotta sizzle, Ted. Sizzle.
Bacon. You know you love me.
5 seconds.
That's sour. I feel good.
Made 15.
I didn't get much sour, Ben. Another victory!
Down the hola, bitch-ola. Asses. Oh, Thrill's dripping down his shirt, too. Ted's still working.
That might have been the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Could somebody just go over there and press the button, please?
Anything?
Yeah? How bad? Is it building?
Is it getting worse?
How bad is it?
Ted is saying yes, so it just gets worse and worse.
It does. Oh, good gravy! Damn, isn't that something?
For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
You gotta swallow it.
4, 3,
come on,
2, 1.
Are you ready?
All I gotta do is brush it?
You're going to brush your teeth with caviar. Tube liquid caviar.
Why not? It can't be that hard, can it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Now that is gangsta.
I think he hates it.
And one.
Kid Rock just passed you a beer. I guess
it's... Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this program are not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose, and all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room. KSW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, cut up here at 5:08. We'll drink a toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. A chief executive of Google's parent company says not to blindly trust what AI tells you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's such a stupid thing. Like, yeah, inevitably, whatever you think of AI, it is up to you to do your due diligence. Like I said, a hammer is a tool. Unless I hit you in the face, then it's a weapon, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, do your due diligence and ask the right questions.
Yes.
Don't ask about you personally. Can you help me with this paper? Can you help me? But if you're going to ask, like, medical stuff, any of the rest of that, like, come on. You shouldn't have to tell people that,
like,
but I guess you do.
Gronk on X, it's just fact-checking, yeah?
That's basically it.
Sometimes I don't think it knows the answer, but for the most part, it just seems like it's just like, well, here's what actually happened. Here's what was said.
I think the problem is this. If you ask it for an opinion about something sensitive, do not trust it.
No.
Opinions are not, it doesn't have one.
Correct.
Right. It has pre-programmed crap, and then it.
But will it still give you the most popular answer?
I don't know. It depends
on how it's programmed.
Right. According to wildlife officials in Japan, bears attacked 196 people in the span of 6 months.
Jesus.
I don't know what's going on over there.
Well, they got the military after him.
I know. And it's still, there was someone, I think yesterday someone was killed. Also yesterday, one of the bears ended up like in a shopping mall or something.
Gee. That was in Pennsylvania.
No, not that one. There's one in Japan.
There's another one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Was it a black bear? Was he taking advantage of Black Friday deals?
There you go. Yeah.
It's bound to happen, too. I mean, look at the United States, right? Now, luckily, it hasn't happened with bears, but you see it with deer and turkey, right? There were some great conservation efforts, but then people keep moving into these habitats. So it's like, that's why we hit so many deer in this country. There's just so many of them.
Oh, yeah. If you move to where the things are, that's...
Did you guys read the story about raccoons?
Oh, yeah.
How they're becoming more domesticated.
Yeah.
It just used to being around people. This is how we got dogs. This is how we got cats.
It makes
trash.
sense.
Sure.
There's garbage laying around.
You think of the rats that you're feeding that are outside of your place. It's the same thing.
He died.
Oh, no. What kind of cheese were you feeding him, man?
I just found him out in the road. He was just all stiff.
You sure it was him?
I haven't seen him since. So I'm going to... I seriously, I hope not, but I think it is.
Rats also don't have that long of a lifespan, I don't feel.
What do you think it is? A couple of years, maybe?
I think so.
2-3 years.
Hang on.
I got a fly in my hand this morning and threw it out of my house alive.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I felt pretty good about that.
Oh, dude, you're right. Rats only live like 2 years, a year or two.
Yeah.
That's it? Damn.
So you were
you domesticated it, it's 2 to 4.
Okay.
So you probably added a couple months to his life.
Yeah. He had a much better life because of me.
Damn right.
You think he died of cholesterol or something?
Probably. Got backed up by a Cheeto.
Sometimes, I mean, he's eating that much cheese, his probably little body couldn't handle it.
I hate to have to mention this, but just for everybody's information, there is zero clinical evidence to support the claims that menstrual blood can be used as an effective skincare treatment. That needed to be said.
Why? I thought you were going to say that it attracts bears.
Oh, that we know to be a fact.
Yeah.
They can smell it.
Yep. Learned it in a movie.
That's right. And I had seen that, and I assumed it was just some idiot trying to go for clicks.
Of course.
Give this a try. It's we make it naturally. Like, we make a lot of things naturally. I wouldn't smear on my face.
Yes. Like poop.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Let's put out a video.
That's a tab, Ted.
Yeah. Just say that's what you're doing.
That's right.
10,000 people would do it.
I don't click on that tab.
You don't.
Put your thinking caps on, gents. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. Again, I'm going to give you guys a 90% chance on this one. You guys whiffed on it yesterday, but at least you knew what the word was. I'm still going to give you 90% here.
Right.
This is an adjective, and it's an E word that usually describes people and things that deviate from the conventional or accepted usage or behavior, especially in odd or whimsical ways.
Eccentric?
Eccentric. You got it. Well done. Well done. New research suggests that clean air regulations may have accelerated ocean warming.
Wow. I thought that was kind of the point of them, was to help that stuff.
So what was it?
No, that was for the air. Had nothing to do with the ocean.
Had to do with something with like the reflectiveness of clouds. I don't remember what it was.
So now the air's so clear, it's just heat up the water?
Damn right.
All right.
Oh, we can't win. We're doomed. Let's just accept it and have fun tonight.
We have clean air in the Pacific Northwest, and people get worse sunburns up here in the summertime than they do in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's because of all of our trees. Just cleans up the air.
I don't know if that has one thing to do with the other.
Natural filters.
It is kind of odd, though, because like when I was a kid, everybody was worried about that ozone layer. There's a hole in it, dude. And it was like, we're going to get scorched. Now it's like, oh, we cleaned up the air. We're still getting scorched.
Yeah.
No win.
A new study found that sugar consumption in the first 1,000 days of life can have effects on the heart 60 years later.
Well, they got a 60-year gap.
How much time?
I mean,
1,000 days of life. So about your first 3 years.
or so, right?
3 years.
So then it's
Okay.
right.
All right.
It can affect you 60 years later.
I was going to say, because breast milk is sweet. Not that I would know.
Look, trying to tell a kid, my kids are 15 and 13, all right? And you can say, hey, guys, don't worry about this thing now. In a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, you're not going to worry about this. That is forever. If I say, hey, don't eat all that Halloween candy, man, because 60 years from now, they'll be like, it's like, well, we're older than you. Come on.
And I think people are much better about it now. Most everybody I know, their kids don't eat sugar the first year.
Not the way.
But
we did.
Right, I would say our generation, it was just like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Have some sugar and shut the hell up. That's kind of how it was done.
Right. We've been talking all day about the weird thing that people have done differently that they didn't realize was a different thing to do until they were kind of brought to their attention. There's actually been a handful of these arguments all throughout the internet.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So I'm going to take you guys back in time a little bit because these are 10 times that the internet was split on an argument, or rather 10 arguments that broke the internet, so to speak.
Like whether or not you should put your hoodie back on.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, look.
It got a little hot in here, man.
I didn't even realize you weren't wearing the hoodie just the way the studio's set up. I just see you from the chin up.
Yeah.
Then I see all these comments on YouTube. What the heck are they talking about? And I scroll up to the actual video.
Oh, sure.
And I'm like, he sure enough is not wearing a shirt.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. It just got a little warm in here. Just had to pop the
Thank God
hoodies
the
off.
banner on YouTube is covering
Covers
up
your
those
nipples.
those nipples.
Look at that. That is a perfectly placed.
Tim, if you want to put pasties on those, go ahead, brother. I will. I got your back.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. Pretty sure Thrill had hair last week.
You got some of those that have like the tassels on them, you know what I mean? Like the stars with it.
I know where to find them. 10 arguments that broke the internet. Number 10. When it comes to brownies, boys, do you prefer the middle brownie piece or the edge?
Edge.
I'm torn. Either or. Either give me the crispy one on the edge or the most moist one, which is dead
I'll
center.
even go worse, and then I'll go corner. So I get 2 crispy edges.
Gotcha.
Well, when you say the edge, I assume you meant the corner.
Right. I think that's what Steve is saying, is that either get in the corner.
I cut mine into 9s. Squares in the pan.
Oh, wait. How big is your pan?
Oh, what is that? 8 by 8?
Okay. That's a slightly smaller pan.
Yeah.
All right.
9 by 9, whatever.
Brownies, I don't know that I care a ton. Lasagna, I have opinions.
Okay.
All right. What are the opinions?
Well, the brownies, I probably in the end probably like the middle pieces.
All right.
But lasagna, I kind of like the edge.
You want that burn?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Cereal as a soup. The debate centers on whether the act of pouring milk over cereal classifies it as a soup. Definitions of soup vary, keeping this argument simmering.
Soup is something that you must prepare and actually cook, so no. That's all. It serves
There's
like
cold
a soup.
soups, though.
Like gazpacho.
You still have to prepare the gazpacho. There are things that you must cut down, all these different things you have to put into it. So that would qualify it as a soup. Just adding milk to something that already exists would not be a soup.
What's the radish soup? The Russian one, or
God,
borscht.
Borscht.
Ooh.
Borscht.
Like, do you have to cook that too?
I don't. I have never effed with borscht, man.
I mean, it's a cold ass soup. I think it's just a combination of
there
these
are
things.
in fact cold soup. Soup does not have to be hot. But if there's no preparation beyond pouring something into the bowl and adding liquid to it, technically does not qualify as a soup. What are they saying about it?
I purposely kept the YouTube down so I wouldn't see how stupid I look.
Oh yeah, you look very stupid, but it's great, man. That's
Thrill's kind of right. You see, even the cold soups, you still gotta combine
there's
stuff.
preparation that
and
goes.
make it.
Put it this way: could you make your own cereal from scratch? And typically, if you're eating what? I don't know, Fruit Loops,
even cream of wheat.
you're
is
not
still
doing
cereal.
it. Yeah,
Right, that's like saying if you put enough gravy on your potatoes, do they become soup?
No, it's just a lot of gravy with a biscuit in it.
Right.
It sounds good.
Could Jack have fit on the door in Titanic?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. That's simple.
Yeah.
She's a hateful woman.
She wanted his ass to die. Look, I watched the movie. I did not enjoy the movie. I thought it'd be more about the carnage than the love story.
Yeah.
So anyway, it gets to the end, and that was the first thing I said to my wife, like, why didn't she let his ass on the door? Because the whole time he's talking to her, like, oh, I love you, and all this crap. I'm like, there's room on the door, man.
Man, I've seen that movie like 3 times. I just haven't watched it in probably 15 years. I just don't remember the ending.
Well, the very end, old
don't give it away.
Yeah,
It's all right. Don't spoil it.
The boat sinks.
10 arguments.
I know that part.
Said don't give it away.
10 arguments that broke the internet. We all have seen those little short videos that'll play in like text message streams or comment sections and whatnot. What do we call those things, Ted?
What, a GIF?
Precisely. Is it GIF?
It was originally GIF, and then didn't they change it?
Well, it's J, but I thought it was always supposed to be called GIF.
It's a G.
It's a G. It's G-I-F.
Yeah, but it was pronounced like the peanut butter.
But the guy that created
originally.
it, I think he said, I called it a GIF. And he's the guy that created it. I believe that's how it went down.
Right.
But
So
now
that's the
you
whole
just
thing.
say GIF.
It's the graphics interchange format, and he created it for the acronym to be pronounced with a soft G that sounded like the peanut butter brand of Jif.
Okay.
So that's the biggest argument that the J crowd has, is that the guy that made it said this is called a GIF, whereas everybody's like, it's called a graphics interchange format, so that therefore it's a GIF.
Well, it's like Travis Kelsey.
Kels, right.
It's Kels.
Right.
He just went with it the entire time.
'Cause no one will
just
stop
like, you know
saying
what? No one's going to say it any other way, so...
Belichick's the same one.
I don't care.
It's Belichick.
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 It's Bill Belichick. He said it in an interview at one
That sounds
point.
like an insult, you son of a Belichick.
But at the end, you probably just give up. Like, I've been dealing with this my whole life. Doctor's offices when I was a kid. It doesn't matter.
Who's the Ravens player we talked to one day when Miles was there? And he got an interception, Adalius.
Okay, so
he gets an interception for like a pick six, and then it's like, this is how you say my name.
So he was Adalius Thomas. He was a solid player, but not really well known. They played a game. He gets the pick six. After that, he's like, it's Adalius. But we even called him out. So, brother, you've been on the team for like 3 seasons. You were going by Adalius. He goes, right. I got a pick six. People were talking about me.
Here's how you say it.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
How do you guys position your toilet paper when you put on a new roll? Front or back?
Either way. As long as I can wipe my ass on
Over the top and the front.
That's where I go.
Did you know there's a different texture to both sides of that?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So the side that's glued down.
The underneath side is the rougher side.
Huh.
It's attached to all the other paper.
So that's for
the top side is the soft side.
I need the deep scrub.
Right. So the
difference
time
is if you're underneath and you grab it one way, you could be wiping with the rougher side of the toilet paper.
Gotcha. That's for the initial scrape, and then the soft side is for when you need to get really in there.
I always had it underneath. I didn't think it mattered, and then I read an article that, like, the guy that invented toilet paper was like, no, it goes over the top.
Yeah.
So I saw it on YouTube. They're quoting George Carlin, but it says, hey, you say potato, I say F you.
Classic. This one came on, I feel like, very decently recently. A hot dog.
Is it a sandwich? Right, because it's meat between, technically.
Right.
I guess it would be, because if you got a sausage sandwich, your expectation, right, is that it's going to be presented as a hot
But
dog.
also, you don't really have any sandwiches that are facing upward.
I disagree.
All
if
right.
I got a sausage sandwich, I would expect it to be split down the middle like butterfly.
Yeah.
The sausage
think
itself.
about
what about the bread that it's served?
What about like a sausage McBlublin?
Well, think about a meatball sub. Mm-hmm. It's cut down the middle. It's facing upward.
Yeah.
It's still a sandwich. Philly cheesesteak, still a sandwich. It's facing upward. It's open faced to the top.
I think it's more about the tube-shaped meat.
I think that's what it comes down to.
Right,
To me, if I look at a menu and it says a sausage sandwich, and it's just my assumption, could be wrong. I'm going to get the full sausage, a tube of sausage with whatever they add, on a bun.
I would envision a butterfly.
I would think it's butterfly.
It might be butterfly,
with
but I
like
still
some
think
type
it's
of,
on the. But you think it's on like just flat
on a
bread.
roll, yeah,
Right.
with some
Okay,
arugula
all right,
and a little balsamic.
Oh,
arugula
on
Sorry,
sausage.
that's a whole side argument.
Very sorry. I was thinking of one very specific sausage.
That's
sandwich.
what bugs me about your saying arugula.
Why can't they just do anything normal around here?
Pineapple on pizza, that's a common
It's
one.
up to you. That's
right.
such a that's subjective.
Look, I like it. The argument I will hear is that the pineapple juice gets on the other half of the pizza. So people that don't like pineapple,
I wouldn't have that.
Don't
that's
have
what I'm
it
saying.
that thing.
Look, if you order a pineapple pizza, then it should go on pizza.
Right. If that's what you want.
You know, some people get chicken and barbecue sauce. It's delicious. If you like it, you like it.
The Yanny or Laurel audio.
The what?
Yanny or Laurel. Did you guys ever
what do
hear
you
this?
hear?
Yeah, so which name do you hear here?
Laurel.
I hear Laurel.
Yeah.
That's all I ever heard was Laurel too. I never
Or
really
Yanny?
heard Yanny.
Yanny. Play
What are you
that
from,
again.
Pittsburgh?
How does anybody?
Laurel.
Wow.
I'm trying to hear
You
Yanny.
might as well just say
Laurel.
hamburger.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
I could hear both, but now all I can hear is Laurel.
I think at one time I did hear Yanny, but for this one, however the audio is oriented, all I ever hear is Laurel on that one.
Did they ever say which word they were saying?
Oh.
No, it's one of those weird.
We said
Okay.
McGillicuddy.
On YouTube, Hunch Punch has a theory. One piece of bread with the stuff is toast. Two pieces of bread with stuff is an open-faced sandwich. Hot dog, one piece of bread, therefore toast. But it's on a bun.
But what if it's not toasted?
Right. It's the
Because
same as a
toast to
hamburger.
me means that this has experienced heat to the point that it has gotten harder, more carbonized.
Okay.
Look, sorry, man. I hate to go down this road. I'm just. If that's where we're at.
You add heat, it gets harder.
And then I'll leave you with this last argument that broke the internet. And I think it's kind of where the term came from back in 2015. The dress.
Yeah.
Who remembers that stupid ass
What,
dress?
gold or blue or something?
Gold and white or blue and black. And here's the thing. It was blue and black. Y'all were blind. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Is that your opinion or is that what they said?
That is a fact.
Okay.
Everybody found the dress. They're like, here it is.
I just need to remember the
Stupid
last time
dress.
you wore that. That's the most important thing.
Do you remember the last time I wore this?
You
I
know what did
certainly
that
don't.
night? We were engaged that night.
Ladies, here's a different way to ask the question. Do you remember the last time you peeled this off of me? April 7th, 2021. That we'll remember.
Hotel 6.
A man in France found quite the haul, but there's just one problem, Miles.
What was the problem?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Quick time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink test and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today, we toast an unidentified man from Juliet, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville.
All right.
But the story starts with his 10-year-old son. I just want to say, look, I have children. I love children. And one of my absolute cardinal rules with my kids, and I think this is true of a lot of parents, is like, look, man, you're going to be you. You are entitled to be who you are, just as we all are. However, as long as you are still my child, like living under the roof, whatever you do, please don't embarrass me. You know what I mean? Just don't embarrass. Like, you can embarrass me if you want, I don't know, slap me in the back of the head, but by your behavior.
Yes.
Please don't embarrass me. That's the big thing. So this guy's 10-year-old son, he starts arguing with the mom. But then she left him in the car while she dropped off paperwork at the kid's school. But when she got back, the car was gone. Well, she called the cops and reported her car stolen. Turns out the kid was fine because he had managed to drive 2 miles back home, even parked in her garage. Side note, 10 years old, man. Well, he was inside the house when the cops got there, along with his dad. And the dad told them, look, he was confused when the son showed up alone. He didn't know what went down. And they decided not to arrest the kid because, well, he's 10 years old and that's what kids do. But the dad, turns out he was a different story because once they got his name, which they had to do to make sure that he is in fact the father of this child, they realized that he had an outstanding warrant and he's facing charges for wire fraud and theft. All but just like, God, only your child would inadvertently do that to you. Dad was fine. They just had to make sure that he was in fact the father. In fact, they believed that he was the father. But again, cops doing their due diligence just to make sure this kid's not with a stranger, ran his information and like, we have to arrest your ass because it turns out there's an active warrant for your arrest.
Thanks, kid.
Thanks, man. Awesome. Yeah, you're going to have a great Christmas. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, let's get a contestant online now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, how does cell phone usage lead to back pain? Doctors have a hunch. But first, we start with potentially terrifying news from NASA and the European Space Agency. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, man. My dad, man, when I was a kid, he'd always say, European, when I'd use the bathroom. You know, because I was peeing.
I fully understand the context of the joke, Felix, but this is not the time for that. This is serious news.
Yeah, my bad, man.
As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, potentially terrifying news from NASA and the European Space... NASA and other space agencies are confirming that a giant asteroid is possibly headed towards Earth. Based on its current trajectory, experts are warning that it has up to a 45% chance of colliding with Earth. The mass of the asteroid suggests that this could be an extinction-level event.
What are they so worried about, man?
As I stated, Felix, the mass of the asteroid could be extinction level. It's estimated to be 6 times larger than the asteroid that killed dinosaurs.
Okay, so what's the plan?
The plan?
Yeah, man, what's the plan?
Every nation in the world is working to come up with a solution. We're facing extinction.
You keep saying that, Playboy.
I can't emphasize enough the peril the human race is potentially facing. I know that the world's nuclear powers are convening to possibly coordinate a multifaceted launch of nuclear weapons to attempt to readjust the asteroid's orbit.
Nuclear weapons? Man, why wouldn't they just send rockets for the Preparation H?
Preparation H for a giant asteroid? What are you talking about?
My dad, man. When I was younger, my dad used to get asteroids. Now, we finally started using Preparation H. Asteroids didn't go away, but they did shrink to the point that they were manageable.
I'm talking about an asteroid, not a hemorrhoid.
I know my dad's asteroids were hemorrhoids. He's a man. He got hemorrhoids. My mom got her roids.
What?
Anybody can get asteroids, Playboy. Men get hemorrhoids, women get her roids. But asteroids is asteroids.
My heavenly father.
That's why we should send rockets for the Preparation H, man. They'll shrink the asteroid down to a manageable size.
My father used to have asteroids too, but my father was obese, or as my mother used to call him, meaty. He had meteoroids.
No, he had hemorrhoids.
Well, sure, because he's a man, and men get hemorrhoids.
Okay, that's what I've been trying to tell him, Bonnie, but he won't listen.
I am listening, even though I shouldn't be. This asteroid, the one that has a 45% chance of ending all life on Earth, is a giant rock. If it smashes into a planet, there's not enough Preparation H on Earth to help us.
What about Anusol?
What?
Proctazone HC. My dad says that stuff worked pretty well too, man.
Did he ever get a hydrocortisone topical?
Guys, this asteroid is a clear and present danger to all life. No amount of Preparation H, Anusol, hydrocortisone topical is going to help humanity.
Epsom salts?
No!
Okay, Stone, if you're so smart, what would you do?
The nuclear option!
See, Stone, you sound like you have roid rage, man.
So-called roid rage is based on steroids, Felix.
Yeah, you get steroids when you walk up and down the stairs too much.
Cheese and rice, that is not what steroids are. This conversation went on for the next 25 minutes. 25 very long minutes. The good news is that the life-ending asteroid missed the Earth. Although, truth be told, I was kind of hoping that it would hit the planet and put me out of my conversational misery. Anyway, we'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight at 11, a guitarist was kicked out of his punk band after learning a 4th chord. But first, making headlines today, a local yoga instructor is being hailed as a hero. With no previous medical training, she delivered a stranger's baby in a convenience store parking lot.
Yeah, no thank you, man. I'd walk away from that situation real quick.
Really? Felix, you wouldn't help a woman deliver a baby. To be called upon to help safely usher in a new and precious life into the world is a special, special thing.
Wait, what are you talking about, man?
Delivering a baby, like the heroic yoga instructor did earlier today.
Oh, no, man. I can imagine doing yoga. I've delivered a baby, man.
You have delivered a baby.
3 babies, man. It was crazy.
You've delivered 3 babies.
Yeah, but I've never done yoga, man. That stuff don't make no sense.
Let's circle back to the baby delivery thing.
Okay, what's up?
You have delivered 3 babies.
Yes, Stone, I've delivered 3 babies. 1 woman, but she had triplets. It was crazy, man.
Where did this all happen?
Okay, I was in the ladies' room at a Chuck E. Cheese after hours, and that's when the opportunity arose that I might possibly be able to do something.
Why were you in the women's room at a closed Chuck E. Cheese?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Stone.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Oh, I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is that made the story a story. Our caller dropped off, so we will not be going to him. You 3 gentlemen will be competing against one another. Now, with that in mind, you still have your choice of 1 of 3 categories. We have interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. Seriously, where you guess the petty conflict that led to violence. And finally today, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
Let's go seriously.
I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
A Florida man was arrested for striking a female cashier in the face with the wad. Oh, you guys will see another one. Pick a different category. That was a wad of chewing tobacco.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. So again, you have interior decorating and Animalize This.
What do you want, Miles? Interior or
I picked the last one. You pick it.
Animalize This.
We go to Indianapolis, where an animal was on the loose inside of the Indianapolis Zoo on Friday, this past Friday. This as guests were asked to head back to their cars or shelter in secure locations. An Indianapolis Fire Department run shows that dispatchers were called for a reported animal bite at the zoo at 10 a.m. Zoo officials said that no one was injured, however, during the escape because apparently bites don't count as an injury. Now, shortly before noon, a spokesman for the Indianapolis Zoo, he confirmed that the animal, in fact, had escaped the exhibit at approximately 10 a.m. and was on the loose inside of the zoo. The animal had since been sedated and safely returned to her enclosure. Now, on Friday morning, visitors at the zoo said they were asked to stay inside the zoo's dolphin exhibit amid reports of a loose animal. Now, a few visitors took to Facebook, including a bus driver who claimed to be at the Indianapolis Zoo on a field trip with children. Quote, "I'm on a field trip at the Indianapolis Zoo with 37 kids, parents, and teachers. Why is there an animal on the loose at the zoo?" Now, sources within the zoo, they said that the loose critter, who did not escape the zoo property, was believed to be named Mara, if that helps. Zoo officials briefly spoke to the press afterward and confirmed the escape and recapture while praising the zoo employees for their response and safely returning the animal to her exhibit. The zoo spokesman said no one was injured. Guests, zoo staff, or the animal, and guests were safe at all times during the escape, which is a weird thing to say when you tell them, get in your car or stay inside the dolphin exhibit. That's because you're safe. The question is, what was the animal that had escaped? Was it a zebra? Was it a chimpanzee? Was it a jaguar? Or was it an orangutan? So zebra, chimp, jag, or orangutan, what escaped at the zoo? Even though no one was in danger. Just make sure you...
What's the last one?
Orangutan.
I'm going zebra.
Which is French for the bra.
What was the third option?
Jaguar. Or jaguar.
Zebra.
Jaguar.
I think because nobody was in danger yet they were, I think it's going to be an orangutan.
Orangutan.
What'd you pick, Miles?
I took zebra.
Zebra.
Which can knock the hell out
zebra,
of you.
yes.
It can kick you and kill you.
No one was
go.
in danger. No one was in danger, man. It's all good. It's all good.
But it already bit somebody.
Again, right. No injuries. Well, the one person was bitten, sure, and no one's in danger. Just whatever you do not step outside.
I'm going with chimp.
Chimp. Okay. What escaped there at the Indianapolis Zoo? What is it, a zebra, a chimpanzee, or a jaguar, or an orangutan? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Categories analyzed this on Profile This. We head to Indianapolis, Indiana. And a zoo had an escaped animal. Children were there from the school.
Oh, yeah.
Hanging out.
Field trip, the whole nine.
They asked the guests one of two things. Either leave the zoo or seek shelter inside the dolphin exhibit.
Because you're not in danger.
Question is, what animal was on the loose? Zebra, chimpanzee, jaguar, or an orangutan?
We start with Mike Hawk. You went with the orangutan, which, to be fair, based on how the zoo was trying to sell this BS, you would think, okay, they're not particularly aggressive unless you do something stupid. However, that is not the answer. Miles, you went with the zebra.
Zebra. He wasn't behind the door.
That are super dangerous. And Ted, you went with the chimpanzee, which to me is probably the most dangerous of all.
Correct.
Jay. Yeah. Yeah, man. They showed a picture of this thing standing on top of its cage, scoping people.
Yeah.
It's a chimpanzee. That is dangerous. I don't care how they try to spin it. A chimpanzee, like I said, the first thing it does, if you're a dude, is rip your junk off, then pins all your hands and rips your face off.
Listen to what they sound like. Turn this up. That's scary.
Wait, hold on.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's even worse.
Well, that's what I just figured because it already bit somebody, but they were like, hey, no real injuries, just don't move.
Whatever you do, don't be outside. I'm telling you this because you're not in danger. Yeah. And the only reason I put jaguar on there, I did a quick search of zoo animals that escaped. It wasn't in this country, maybe in Turkey, but a couple of years ago, a jag escaped from its enclosure, did not leave the zoo, but it killed 9 other zoo animals in the time that it took them to get that thing back in its cage.
Yeah, it's like me escaping the booth at a Chili's. I'm going to eat other food.
Get away from the buffet!
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Seth Meyers, the Jimmys,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Stephen Colbert, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there, the title. Let's guys have teams of talented writers helping come up with the monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
In Australia, 300 bagpipers played an AC/DC song together to break a world record. That record, worst thing ever.
Colbert.
Ted Smith.
Colbert.
In Australia, 374 bagpipers played an AC/DC song together to break a world record. That record, worst thing ever.
Well, if they did, it's a long way to the top.
That's what they did.
Okay, it makes sense.
The head coach of Nigeria's national soccer team has accused the national team from the Congo of using voodoo to beat them. Wait, we could use voodoo as an excuse to why we lose games, said the Jets?
Beat Ted Smith.
Yes.
That was me.
It's either that or Fallon or...
Well, Myers always goes after the Jets, so I thought the Jets would throw you off.
I had to debate, but yeah.
Where I was in Africa, people believe in witches. The people are actually witches. So I believe that.
Yeah, absolutely.
People believe
that is his true.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, he's pissed. It's like a legal thing.
Residents in Ohio reported a rare black squirrel with a white tail and white paws. That's right. Some people in Ohio saw a cat.
Seth.
Colbert.
Seth Meyers.
Residents of Worcester, Ohio have reported seeing a rare black squirrel with a white tail and white paws. That's right. Some people in Ohio saw a cat.
In science news, the examination of animal genitals has led to the discovery of 7 new species. The scientists added it wasn't worth it.
Seth.
Colbert.
Meanwhile, in science news, the examination of animal genitals has helped scientists to discover 7 new species. The scientists added that it wasn't worth it.
What do you do for a living? I look at animal junk. That's
get
right.
paid.
Yeah. Pope Leo hosted a group of filmmakers and actors at the Vatican. Vatican. And Spike Lee gave him a Knicks jersey. I think the Pope was inspired by Spike because he called today's sermon a Pope Leo joint.
Fallon.
Colbert.
Fallon.
Pope Leo hosted a group of filmmakers and actors at the Vatican, and Spike Lee gave him a Knicks jersey. Look at this.
Oh.
Yeah. I think the Pope was inspired by Spike because he called today's sermon a Pope Leo joint.
Have you heard the theory on the Bears and the Pope?
No.
Well, the fact he's from Chicago?
Correct. And I guess they lost, first few games or whatever, then he got put in charge, and now they keep winning.
Yeah, it's got to be
Or
that.
somebody gave him a Bears hat or something.
Well, it didn't work for the Cubs when he first got there.
No,
they made the playoffs.
They did make the playoffs. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I also like the idea of the Pope sitting there watching football on Sundays. I guess Sunday
the
night.
Bears win.
I know. Me and my friends have this ongoing joke too that God does not care about football. And look, I went to a Catholic school. We'd always pray to God before the.
Of course.
But it's like, well, Notre Dame would never they'd have
undefeated
30 national titles. You know what I mean? It's like I just don't think it matters. But the Pope, is he helping the Bears? I don't know. But we do have an interesting list here of the most hated teams in the NFL. Before you ask me, the Seahawks only have one state that hates them. Mike, what do you think it is?
California.
No, Arizona.
That makes sense. California is divided because you also have the Chargers. And I'm done. You used to have the Raiders, right? So they don't. There's two cities that care. Arizona, they got one team.
Ironically, in California, they hate the Eagles.
Oh. Because I feel like that most people from Washington end up going to eventually Arizona.
Yeah, maybe. Some, yeah.
Yeah, I think some teams, even in the NFL, though, I don't know that they have clear-cut rivals. Right? I think everybody in the country knows, like, Baltimore and Pittsburgh's kind of a heated rivalry.
Sure.
I guess Cleveland and Cincinnati is. I just never think about it that way.
They call the Battle of Ohio, but both teams suck almost all the time, so it's hard for anyone to care.
Yeah.
And the games aren't even interesting. At least with Baltimore and Pittsburgh, it's going to be physical. Even if the game is bad, like they're trying to hurt
Other than the Oakland A's and Giants, there are very few inner-city matchups where people hate each other either. The Giants, they don't care about the Jets.
No.
The Rams don't care about the Chargers. It'd be a cool game to watch.
Sure.
But, I mean, there's no animosity.
Different conferences, yeah. If you're not in the same conference,
I'm
it's
pretty
hard
sure Niners
to hate
fans
them.
still hate the Raiders, or used to hate the Raiders when they were there.
Sure.
Okay.
Right? Just because you're so close and across the way. I mean, that's how most things are, right? And there's a couple soccer clubs in Scotland that I think are literally across the street from each other.
And hate each other, yeah.
I think growing up was always the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
So you either like them or...
So you could tell this is mostly a sign of the times, right? The Eagles have 13 states that say we hate the Eagles the most.
Based on their current success, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of that. It depends on the proximity with which you live to the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I believe that to be true.
But like in Maryland, they hate the Steelers, just based on that rivalry.
We hate the Steelers because they're our rival, but we respect each other. But because we're so sick of just the attitude that came from Philadelphia, like we just hated the Eagles, not because we gave an S about your team, F your team. It was because you're from Philadelphia and you're annoying.
Well, I think a lot of, right, in Philadelphia, right, I'm with you. In Philadelphia right now, they're just the best team, so a lot of people are going to hate them.
I guess the Patriots.
So they're not high on the list.
Chiefs.
No, the Raiders are still really high. They're second on the list with 8 states.
How can you hate a team that bad? They're not worth your effort.
Is it kind of like the U? When I was a kid, like the Raiders, they're wearing black, they're wearing silver. They're like they're the guys getting in there and fighting. So to me, I like the team. They weren't my favorite team, but compared to like the Dolphins, who are wearing like a dolphin on their helmet, I'm like, these guys are badass. These guys are SeaWorld.
Well, it's mostly the people that hate the Raiders. It's all right in the Midwest and then Montana. So I'm guessing this is all just
based on the Broncos.
Right, got to be either Broncos or you grew up a Chiefs fan.
And that's fair.
And that probably splits that territory.
I think Montana and Wyoming are Denver.
Right, because like Green Bay has a few states. Right? A lot of people don't like the Packers, right? There's 6 states, them and the Jets. But I think the Jets, I don't get at all. The Packers, again, you go, all right, I don't know why. I mean, you talk about irrelevance.
That's what I'm saying. But the Raiders have some history, but like the Raiders, the Jets, and the Browns, I'm like, no offense to them, and I know the players want to do well, but your ownership's a joke, so you just kind of go like, you're not worth my time to hate.
It's like the Titans. They're there.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah. Ironically, the Seahawks play the Titans this weekend. Yeah, and like the Cowboys and Steelers have 3 states, but I'm with you. The Cowboys, I think a lot more people used to hate them, but they've been bad for so long. And I shouldn't say bad. They will make the playoffs every other year and then get tossed out in the first round.
Sure.
So
at least the Ravens have the decency to wait until the second round.
Well, the Raiders' third-round draft pick at guard couldn't even go in the game last night because he can't figure out how to play football.
Yeah.
The Raiders are terrible. I mean, there's just no way around it.
Well, and I think the Raiders, too, like we were saying earlier today, I don't know if that's before the show or whatever, like I just think after this year, and I love what Pete Carroll did in Seattle. I like Geno Smith for 2 years. I just, that it is very glaring that experiment failed very quickly.
It failed really quickly, and then also, again, and look, he's never going to sell the team, but as long as that's your owner, and he makes the decisions that he's going to make, like, they're just not going to be good.
Don't forget Tyler Lockett plays on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to just get the old band back together and be like, oh, it's going to work again. And then again, sometimes, too, it just has a matter to do with players and where they're playing.
Sure.
Who's good at the time. I think, as much as I hate to say this, I think one thing that helps, like, up here, we don't like the Niners, but I think for most of the country, when you look at their roster, like, people like Kittle, like Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft, and then he did well. So there's not a lot of easy, like.
Right, you don't like them because they're your rival, but
Debo
you still
Samuel.
respect who they are. Like I said, I'm that way with Pittsburgh. Like,
Debo's in Washington now.
I know the
Oh, is
players
he?
that they have. Right, I don't like them. They're my rival. I hate to have to deal with them every year, and I'll always root against them. But they're a respectable franchise. And the thing is, that the ownership group is proven like we're here to play. They can have a good season, bad season, but they're here. And I go, okay. As a franchise, they respect the sport of football. And again, with the Jets and the Browns and the Raiders, they're here taking your money. And
Well, there's
same thing
also-
with the Commanders for a while, right?
I
With
would say
Snyder on
also, sometimes you see a guy like, I never gave two thoughts about the Falcons, right? Like when I was a kid and Deion was first there. Yes, he started there.
Sure.
Like in D.C., you had a reason to hate them, right? Because they were good.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you just don't think about them. Now I like Michael Penix enough until he got hurt. Like I started watching some Falcons games.
I wanted to see him do well.
Right, I want to see Michael Penix do well. And that might be a case of getting older too, but you just watch enough guys and you go, all right, this or that. I mean, look, let's not lie. I think the Jets probably last year, or was it? Yeah, it was last year, the last couple of years. I don't think Aaron Rodgers helped their popularity.
No.
Right.
He's a douchebag.
I was talking about SNL earlier. There's Marcel Miles about a very good skit about it's like a fake country song.
Yeah.
It's not about missing a girl. It's just about missing the girl's dad.
Yes.
Then it's like the dads are talking about missing the kids or whatever. But big news. They say the season finale, usually just a Christmas episode. But on December 20th, Ariana Grande will host. The musical guest will be Cher.
Oh, Steve.
Only the second time Cher has been the musical guest on SNL. The first time in 40 years. She was on in 1987.
I'm guessing she has a new song.
I guess.
I don't know.
I mean, also she's Cher. Look, I do not appreciate her, but she's earned the right to be there if she wants to be there.
Right, same thing. If they said Cher was going to do the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of the Super Bowl, I was at a odd sports bar. I'm not going to say where. Not a lot of English being spoken, but finally I said to the bartender, I'm like, is this Bad Bunny? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I do know some of these songs. That dude's got some bangers. Well, I think that show will be fine. Everybody chill out.
Now the lap dance. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, how does cell phone usage lead to back pain? Doctors have a hunch. But first, we start with potentially terrifying news from NASA and the European Space Agency. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, man. My dad, man, when I was a kid, he'd always say, European, when I'd use the bathroom. You know, because I was peeing.
I fully understand the context of the joke, Felix, but this is not the time for that. This is serious news.
Yeah, my bad, man.
As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, potentially terrifying news from NASA and the European Space... NASA and other space agencies are confirming that a giant asteroid is possibly headed towards Earth. Based on its current trajectory, experts are warning that it has up to a 45% chance of colliding with Earth. The mass of the asteroid suggests that this could be an extinction-level event.
What are they so worried about, man?
As I stated, Felix, the mass of the asteroid could be extinction level. It's estimated to be 6 times larger than the asteroid that killed dinosaurs.
Okay, so what's the plan?
The plan?
Yeah, man, what's the plan?
Every nation in the world is working to come up with a solution. We're facing extinction.
You keep saying that, Playboy.
I can't emphasize enough the peril the human race is potentially facing. I know that the world's nuclear powers are convening to possibly coordinate a multifaceted launch of nuclear weapons to attempt to readjust the asteroid's orbit.
Nuclear weapons? Man, why wouldn't they just send rockets for the Preparation H?
Preparation H for a giant asteroid? What are you talking about?
My dad, man. When I was younger, my dad used to get asteroids. Now, we finally started using Preparation H. Asteroids didn't go away, but they did shrink to the point that they were manageable.
I'm talking about an asteroid, not a hemorrhoid.
I know my dad's asteroids were hemorrhoids. He's a man. He got hemorrhoids. My mom got her roids.
What?
Anybody can get asteroids, Playboy. Men get hemorrhoids, women get herroids. But asteroids is asteroids.
My heavenly father.
That's why we should send rockets for the Preparation H, man. They'll shrink the asteroid down to a manageable size.
My father used to have asteroids too, but my father was obese, whereas my mother used to call him meaty. He had meteoroids.
No, he had hemorrhoids.
Well, sure, because he's a man, and men get hemorrhoids.
Okay, that's what I've been trying to tell him, Bonnie, but he won't listen.
I am listening, even though I shouldn't be. This asteroid, the one that has a 45% chance of ending all life on Earth, is a giant rock. If it smashes into a planet, there's not enough Preparation H on Earth to help us.
What about Anusol?
What?
Proctazone HC. My dad says that stuff worked pretty well too, man.
Did he ever get a hydrocortisone topical?
Guys, this asteroid is a clear and present danger to all life. No amount of Preparation H, Anusol, hydrocortisone topical is going to help humanity.
Epsom salts?
No!
Okay, Stone, if you're so smart, what would you do?
The nuclear option!
See, Stone, you sound like you have roid rage, man.
So-called roid rage is based on steroids, Felix.
Yeah, you get steroids when you walk up and down the stairs too much.
Cheese and rice, that is not what steroids are. This conversation went on for the next 25 minutes. 25 very long minutes. The good news is that the life-ending asteroid missed the Earth. Although, truth be told, I was kind of hoping that it would hit the planet and put me out of my conversational misery. Anyway, we'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
The night at 11, a guitarist was kicked out of his punk band after learning a 4th chord. But first, making headlines today, a local yoga instructor is being hailed as a hero. With no previous medical training, she delivered a stranger's baby in a convenience store parking lot.
Yeah, no thank you, man. I'd walk away from that situation real quick.
Really? Felix, you wouldn't help a woman deliver a baby. To be called upon to help safely usher in a new and precious life into the world is a special, special thing.
Wait, what are you talking about, man?
Delivering a baby, like the heroic yoga instructor did earlier today.
Oh, no, man. I can imagine doing yoga. I've delivered a baby, man.
You have delivered a baby.
3 babies, man. It was crazy.
You've delivered 3 babies.
Yeah, but I've never done yoga, man. That stuff don't make no sense.
Let's circle back to the baby delivery thing.
Okay, what's up?
You have delivered 3 babies.
Yes, Stone, I've delivered 3 babies. 1 woman, but she had triplets. It was crazy, man.
Where did this all happen?
Okay, I was in the ladies' room at a Chuck E. Cheese after hours, and that's when the opportunity arose that I might possibly be able to do something.
Why were you in the women's room at a closed Chuck E. Cheese?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Stone.
I didn't realize how little I wanted to know the answer until I'd already asked the question, Felix.
Yeah, so I was in the ladies' room at the Chuck E. Cheese after hours when this pregnant lady comes running in talking about her water broke. And she was like, I'm about to have a baby.
And what did you do?
I went into the Chuck E. Cheese kitchen, brought the water to a boil, sterilized some rags. Now, when the cervix dilated to 10 centimeters, or about 4 inches, I told her to push.
I'm astounded that you actually know this much.
Well, yeah, man. Anyway, I was like, girl, push. And she was all like, and then I was like, girl, push. And then she was all like, yeah.
Okay,
and I was like,
okay, Felix, I think we've got it.
Okay, well, then the baby's head popped out, and then the baby started crying and carrying on, and the lady was all teary-eyed saying, look at my beautiful baby. And I was like, lady, you got an ugly-ass monkey baby.
Felix, why would you say that to her?
I thought she should know that her baby looked like an ugly-ass little monkey. She didn't care, though. She just hugged that ugly thing.
You said she had triplets.
Yeah, man. We had to go through that 2 more times. Her all, and me just saying, girl, push. But the baby was healthy and ugly.
Well, Felix, I have to admit, I'm impressed by your heroics. I did not know you had it in you. Great work.
Thank you, thank you. Delivering ugly-ass little monkey babies was more noble than my original plans in the Chuck E. Cheese bathroom.
Andrea in Olympia says, I used to work at that Chuck E. Cheese. I finally know what I had to clean off the floor that morning.
Yeah, Andrea, probably all umbilical cords and blood. Just be glad I took the placenta.
Why did you take the placenta?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Stone.
Celebrity birthdays coming up.
Happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to Portland, where a pastor at the airport gets through with a meat cleaver in his bag. Meanwhile, we head to Tennessee, where a woman tries to sell her home, but it's a bit of a snag. Not shocking, as man who found gold bars is forced to give them all back. When trying to make bond on a drug charge, don't go back to selling crack. And wildlife officials find an ingenious way to reunite a lost baby otter with its mom. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, our top story, we go to France, where your property means nothing. A man made quite the discovery in his garden, a gold stash worth the equivalent of 810,000 American dollars. Given local laws, he reported the find to the authorities, who immediately began the investigation as to whom the original owner of the gold was. Because that's what they do. According to lawyers on the case, local regulation returns that gold to the original owner or their next of kin if they are unable to claim it. But what if there's no next of kin, you wonder?
They keep it, I'm guessing.
The gold would then revert to the state.
That's why you don't tell him.
Giving him absolutely nothing for finding an $810,000 stash in his garden.
I absolutely would not tell anyone if I found it.
And then heaven help you if they find out that you found it and then didn't tell anybody, because then they're going to fine your ass or take you to jail.
Maybe.
Right?
I'd hedge my bets.
My thoughts. Like, well, what are you going to do with a gold bar, man?
There's places that'll buy it off of it. Be like, look, I found it, buy it. If you need to alert the authorities, then please do. But, yeah, that is absolutely what I'm doing.
I guess you're right. If I found it in my garden, I don't know that I'd necessarily, why? I don't know that I'd tell anybody other than going to get money for it.
That's what I would do.
But it's so much money that I feel like somebody would flag it.
I'm sure somebody would flag it, and maybe I don't take it all to one place all at once, but I absolutely, look, you're going to, if it's on my property and I owe money on the house or I have to pay my insurance and all, it's mine to me. And then I found it on my property. You can't find the original owner. Sorry, man, but I'm not going to trust the Fed to allow me to keep money that I found on my property. That, I think you are insane if you think that's the case.
A realtor in Tennessee is trying to get to the bottom of something stolen from her home. The woman bought this house last October with the idea of flipping it and reselling it. But as she encouraged others to come by and check out the property on their own, she started getting questions regarding a possible new driveway on the property. One by one, she reported that there was no plans to renew the driveway, but after a short time, she figured out that they were asking questions because someone straight up stole the driveway.
I read that earlier.
It was just gone.
It's got to be a mistake.
She believes that it was
Mistaken
a
house. It's gotta be.
She believes it was a mistaken address by professionals, but now she's looking into who took the driveway and why.
That's impressive to steal a whole driveway.
Right.
Now, if your driveway's made out of hash, I get it. But yeah, just a driveway, huh?
Or those nice bricks, or you know what I mean, the interlocking
Pavers.
things.
Yeah, this one was just a straight up concrete driveway.
Yeah, the prospective buyer said, look, we're interested in the house. We just want to know if you're going to finish the driveway. And she's like, we know there's a few cracks, but we're not going to replace it. And they said, no. Like, there is no driveway.
Right.
Like, there's a path where it should be, but the driveway itself is not there.
She was trying to tell authorities, she calls the non-emergency line. She's like, I don't know how to report this. My driveway's gone.
And didn't they ask her what, like 3 times?
Yes.
I'm sorry, man, can you clarify? Like, my driveway is not there. What?
Like, she was sending people photos of it. She's like, it looks like it's AI.
It does.
Because my driveway is just not there anymore. That's wild. Over to Wyoming, where authorities have a simple ask. Officers at a local corrections facility have taken an opportunity to educate the public, more accurately the local crime population, to think a little bit further ahead with their planning. This comes on the heels of having locked up an important character in the local drug operation who, in spite of officers being able to listen to all of their phone calls, continued to coordinate his business associates from inside the facility and even instructed his subordinates to fence stolen items and drugs for his bail money.
Did he not know that he's recorded on the prison phone?
There is zero way he couldn't have known. They have it posted up there. They don't need to, but they got it posted up there like, guys, we can hear what you're saying.
Don't incriminate yourself further.
Right. We know what you're doing. We hear every conversation that you have in here.
Stupid and knows no bounds.
Officer simply asked the locals not to sell drugs and stolen items to raise funds for bail.
I think if you called me from prison and said that, Mike, I'd be like, I'm hanging up now. I'm not the person on the other end of this phone call because that sign they have posted, they mean it.
Right.
I mean, I physically heard a guy scream, and he used some different colorful language. But the gist of it was, this is after I got booked in Baltimore, was the MFN work is under the MFN mattress.
Jesus Christ.
Hit the block.
Damn.
Come on.
So you're right. I mean, like the CEOs could hear him. But I don't know. I mean, that's Baltimore City 20 years ago. So maybe they didn't react as quickly. But like, I remember him saying that. I was like, did he really just say that?
Hey, brother, I know you don't know me, but
yeah, I wasn't gonna say what.
No. Ted found a nice spot in the corner and just shut up.
Yeah, exactly. When he said that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So hit the mattress, hit the block.
A flight from Portland had to be delayed after something made it through security. Nobody's sure why they had it in their possession or how it made it all the way to the plane. It was on the damn plane, but a passenger aboard a flight to Utah was determined to be in possession of a meat cleaver before the plane left the gate.
How did they find it once he was already through security?
That's the part I don't know.
Right, because it was crews that found it. So I don't know if it was in overhead luggage that something was gleaming in there, or the shape was off, or maybe it's in a Tupperware. I don't freaking know. But it was the crew that found it. Due to the security risk, all passengers were removed from the flight and rescanned through security.
Why, man?
Causing a significant delay.
Again, that's what would piss me off. I'm like, it's his meat cleaver.
The thing is that we don't know how many other doggone meat cleavers are on the freaking plane.
Right. Good point.
There was no word on potential penalties for the passenger and no arrests were made, but this has prompted an investigation and a corrective action from the TSA, which means security's about to suck again.
Just do what they ask you to do. It's pretty simple, man.
Right. There's my only thing is like, you're not allowed to bring a meat cleaver on the plane.
But he also
he might have just forgotten it. But the bottom line is, thrill is like, you got to be able to see that on the screen.
Right. What scanner did you go through that did not pick it up? And what scanner did it go through? And what team did you have there that saw that it either didn't pick it up or saw the cleaver and went, nah, that's good, and then just
You
nothing?
don't need to be retrained.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if I punch an employee, we're going to do some retrain. No, I know that I screwed up. Just continue to not punch employees.
Just in case those stories with the bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
Wild story out of California. Wildlife officials got a call about an otter pup that was found by itself in the water. They arrived and located the animal, which was too small to survive on its own, but its mother was nowhere in sight. They ended up taking a recording of the pup's cries and played them loudly on repeat in the They played loudly on repeat in the water, attempting to attract the mother back to the area. And after more than 2 hours, a female finally showed up with some interest and swam over, which is when they pitched the pup back into the water. Eventually, the two were reunited, and the pup was safe once again.
Are they sure that it's the otter's mother?
I'm taking it.
It could have been another otter who's going like, shut up!
It was an otter, man. It was not us that has to worry about this. Men's Room Sports are brought to you by the fine folks at Lacrosse Footwear. Go on over and check them out. You got college football on ESPN, ESPN2, and ESPNU tonight, as well as CBS Sports. NBA basketball on CBS, college hoops on the Big Ten Network, and hockey on NHL Network. The Kraken are in Detroit, taking on the Red Wings, currently on over on Kong or on Amazon if you want to go and check them out. As far as your weather, it should be partly cloudy and 37 tonight. Tomorrow, they're expecting mostly cloudy with a high of 53. And that is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins out.
Thanks for getting some time tonight. Check out KSW.com. Give some money for the kids, and a brand new Coach for Kids is going on. Lovely Jolene's coming up in seconds.
Yes, indeed, it is all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.